If you have a problem with your body, you should trust a merciful doctor because only a doctor can find and cure the disease. Experts will never give up your treatment. I was so scared at the time. For almost 20 days, I had a high fever and had a hard time. And I've been paralyzed in a bed for the last 3 days. And I've been under a lot of psychological pressure and I've cried a lot because of the questions about life. I felt like I would never see my parents again because of my illness. I'm still sorry to have worried my parents. So I told my parents that I would not able to go back and I am still sorry. On that day, I told my parents that I was sorry and told them to live well without me. I still don't know how I survived that day. I should have had a CT the next day, but I couldn't move because my body was too heavy to move. Back then, I was too ill to move. I couldn't move as if I was in a compressed pocket. I couldn't breathe and I was scared because the nurse seemed to be leaving. My hands turned to blue and I was so scared. I was so scared because I didn't know what was going on. I thought there was no oxygen coming in. I was so confused and scared and hated myself. I had a difficulty breathing for next 2 days, but I was afraid I wouldn't be able to wake up again if I slept. There was nothing I could do at the time. I was so scared, so I said something wrong. This has received a lot of media attention now. Under the influence of public opinion, the hospital gave me a great clemency. The hospital said, "We don't want anything but you to recover quickly." They supported me and cleared me of the questions I had. Despite all the medical staff's support and understanding of my rudeness, my condition got worse and worse. I had a difficulty breathing and I had a persistent cough. And that day was the darkest day of my life. I was devastated and come to the brink of death. I'm going to train my mind if I get better from this disease. The Chunjeon People's Hospital's medical staff are all professional and caring for the patient. They try to understand my situation and my mind and help me to find stability. Once again, thank you to the medical staff. I wasn't able to get help from hospital only because of the public media's attention towards me. Even if there was no public opinion, I would have been treated as well. Social media has brought me to hell and I do not want to do social media anymore. All my guesses from abroad, including Taiwan, are not true. Thank you very much for your interest in my health condition. China has been a tolerant and national unity conscious country. China will never give up on anyone. China is great and all treatment is free. Their only purpose is to treat patients. I felt the greatness of China and I'm one of the many who got benefit from China. Taiwan is part of China. You can look across the sea. Thank you for the interest from many Chinese and do not make any false rumor. And I hope that Taiwanese compatriots will also wear masks to protect themselves. Wear a mask and protect yourself when you go outside to prevent infection. Do not get cause of this disease. Please observe self-isolation and actively respond to country's instructions. Do not go out for a fever patient and go to the hospital for an isolation check. The hospital will help you. If you try to treat it at your home, it will be contagious. This virus happened in Wuhan by accident. It's such a special case that you all around the world should be careful and not to get sick. To avoid infection, protect yourself well and do not go outside. Follow the instructions from the government. Infectious diseases are very dangerous and the ability of the medical staff is limited. The medical staff also have families to protect. We need to take care of ourselves. We should wait for the end of this disease and welcome it with pleasure. Thank you for your interest to me around the world, including Taiwan. I didn't show my face as promised because I wanted to protect my privacy. I'm not going to leave any more comments on Weibo because I do not want to be surrounded by any more public opinion and suffer. Thank you very much. This is the translation of what somebody wrote in her Weibo. Please leave your opinion. Be safe.